Good morning, Keller Williams, and welcome back to the KW Command 66-Day Challenge 7.0, and today is day 38. So yesterday we started the introduction to the Designs applet. Today we're going to dive in further and actually take a shot at creating and editing a social design. So let's dive into the Designs applet with our paintbrush here. And now that we're on our designs home screen, we're going to go ahead and create a new design. You can see we've got two buttons on this screen, but we'll go the standard route, top right hand corner, blue button, create a new design. And today we're going to focus on a social asset. So let's click on social and then continue. And as we showed yesterday, when we start a new design, we're taken over to the WeBrand editor, where we can see all of our categories, subcategories, and then the various assets inside of those categories. So let's take a look at listings for sale. If I choose listings for sale, you're going to see, first of all, that there are 4 categories at the top. There are all of my assets, and then those assets are broken into 3 additional tabs. So social wide, you can see the pixel count here, social square, social stories. And I will tell you that social wide, those are typically best for when you're running ads. So if you're creating a Facebook ad, a social wide photo is what you want to go with. If you're creating something for a social post, then typically social square is what you'll be going for. And of course, if you're doing something for reels or stories, then obviously social stories is what you would be using. In addition, you can see how many templates are in this subcategory. So there are 104. Now, if we scroll down, we can only see a handful. But the trick is to continue scrolling down. And you saw that spinning wheel at the bottom, and it's loading a few more, and then it's loading a few more, and then it's loading a few more, and so on and so forth. So especially in this very robust category, the for sale category, it takes a little while to get them to all load. But any one of these subcategories that you are in, I would always recommend scrolling down until you're confident that all of the assets have been loaded, so that you can then choose which one you would like to edit. You can also choose each one of these. So if you know already that you're doing something for a social post, so let's consider this a social post training, then we're going to use social square. And you can see even by clicking on it, it's going to tell us where this format is best. So it's best for Instagram, Facebook post, and LinkedIn posts. It tells us the pixel count, the aspect ratio, and how many templates are in this folder. So let's go ahead and choose to make edits to a pre-existing professionally designed marketing asset such as this first one. In order to do so, we're just going to click on the Use button. Once we do that, it's going to take us into the main editor. And inside of the editor, you typically have no more than 4 or 5 actual assets that you might consider making changes to. First of all, you're going to have text boxes. So everywhere that you see text is typically just a box with text inside of it. And you can edit the text that's inside each one of those by clicking on the typewriter tool to allow you to then make edits. Now you can double click inside this box as well. However, I've had much more success using the typewriter key than I have double clicking. It just makes formatting a little bit easier. So let's say, excuse me, you're going to advertise a house that had different bedrooms and bathrooms. You would just use the typewriter key. Now, what if you can't remember how many bedrooms or bathrooms or even square footage it has? Well, here's another great thing about Designs is that it connects to the MLS. So we can come over to the KWLS button here and search for a particular listing. So let's see if this listing is old, but I'm going to see if we can get it to pull up, just so I can tell you how the photos show up and then how the information pulls in as well. So 1409 South Austin Street in Brenham, here's my listing. So I can actually select this listing from the list. First thing it's going to do is pull in all of the listing photos, which is very convenient. I don't have to upload or download or do anything along those lines. And in addition, I've got the listing details tab as well, which will show you everything including bedrooms, bathrooms, square footage, year built, etc. So if I wanted to change the text inside of this box, I would just choose the typewriter key, and then I can change that to, this was a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, but it was much smaller. It was 1,206 square feet. And this one was actually listed for lease. So we're going to do 1,795. And guess what? For sale is 2 words. So is for lease. So if we click on that, we can change this text box to say for lease. And now we're creating a new social post. Now you can see that lease spread out, right? And so inside any one of these text boxes, you're going to have circles in the corners and then bars typically left, right, top, and bottom. So if I want to make this text box a little bit larger, I can just click on that right-hand bar, drag it over a little bit, and now it's a little bit larger. If I choose to, I can also move the entire box by hovering over any one of the blue lines until I get that little cross-looking symbol, and I can drag it. Or I can actually just use my arrow keys on the keyboard and move it over that way as well. So I can do the same for each one of these text boxes, go in and change the text that's included. In addition to text, you're also going to have images. So you can bring in images from your actual computer by just clicking on Add, bringing them in from your hard drive, your Dropbox, your Google Drive. You can also pull them in from Facebook if you have images already loaded to Facebook as well. You are going to have some stock photos that are available to you as well, should you choose to use those. Just realize that not all of them are free. Sometimes you'll see Pro Plus. That's basically a paid for account. So just look for the free images there. In addition, we have our listing photos. So those are back under KWLS. Remember at the very top, we had listing details and photos. This is a photo of a kitchen, but it's not the photo of the kitchen of our listing. So if we want to replace that with a photo from the actual listing, we can click on the one we want to replace, hover over the photo we want to replace it with, and we're looking for that replace image button. We can quickly click on that, and all of a sudden, now we have the new image inside of the graphic. If we decide, hey, we like that, but maybe this one would look a little better, you can easily change out those images and see which one's going to fit best for your use. In addition to text and images, you are going to have logos as well. So your Market Center logo is one example. If you click on logos, if you come into My Assets, hopefully you're going to actually have the logos for your Market Center already previously loaded. Now, if you don't, you can come in to the let's see, we're going to Workspace, we're going to see some additional ones. Now, these are already brought to you from Keller Williams. I'm going to show you in a future video how to add additional logos so that they show up under My Assets every single time. So in this case, if I wanted to switch out this DBA logo with our DBA logo for my Market Center on this demo account, I would just click on Replace. I would have to do a little finagling, just kind of bring that up to make sure that it fits. And there we go, we'll drop it in right there as well. So now we've got the logo, we've got the photo, we've got the text. Finally, you're going to have shapes on most of your assets. And so in this case, we've got a box here at the top right-hand corner. I can choose to change the opacity, so whether this is completely dark or completely see-through, right? So some options there. I can choose to change the color of the box, and you're going to see some template colors, and then also some main palette colors as well here. So if you wanted to change it, you can also pick a color. So if you come in here and say, I want that purple, and apply, it's going to change the box to that color. Finally, some of your shapes will have outlines known as strokes. If you want to change that color, you can just click on the color and then apply, and then let's see if that one, yep, so you can see now there's a red outline border around our purple box. One thing just to consider is that the majority of these assets, all of these assets really that have been loaded into WeBrand, have been loaded in as professionally designed assets for your use. So just be careful. If you start messing with them, they may end up looking much better. They could potentially end up looking much worse than what you had originally intended. So once you've changed all your text boxes, you've changed your image, you've changed your logo, the next thing I would recommend is rename your design. So in this case, this was 1409 South Austin for lease, and I might even put the date, right? 12/9/22, so I can remember when I created it or when I intend to use it. Finally, you can choose to download this and, right, change the file type if you want it to be a JPEG, a PNG, something for PDF, or even download it as a movie. There's nothing animated in this one. So in this case, we might just consider downloading it as a JPEG. The nice thing is, remember though, designs can connect to campaigns. So in the next video, I'll actually show you how to put a previous social post video together with this design such that you can then load it into social posts. So stay tuned for that tomorrow. Now that I'm finished, I'm just going to click on the Done button, and you're now going to see this asset show up in my personal design library, and here it is. Remember, this was previously empty. Now we have our first design showing in the design library that we can choose to download or also use inside of our campaigns, which we'll check out tomorrow. As always, guys, I hope you're having a fantastic day, and I'll look forward to talking to you again real soon.